Hello everyone, I am Sean. I am going to introduce Warren, who will be talking today on Prison Talk, Unhinged. Welcome. I'll let him introduce the concept of our talk.
What's up, man? It's Foreign Up the Skull on all platforms. I'm here with Prison Talk Unhinged, Sean, host. This is my mom's podcast. It's just basically a concept of talking to inmates or previous inmates and discussing how TDC does people and the experiences we go through in there.
Alright, so to be upfront and honest, I've never been in prison, only in a mental hospital, mental institution. You are in prison in your mind. But I've never been behind bars, so just putting that out there for myself. I do have a sister who is near and dear to my heart, who is currently behind bars. Shout out TK, love you sis. Can't wait till you get out. So it's been a hardship navigating that and trying to make sure that she is feeling love behind bars and getting all the money she needs and getting the things that she needs and receiving those necessities and not knowing how to give it to her can be a lot, can be stressful. So I just want to get a perspective with someone who's actually experienced it and been there and say, you know, how could you have felt love behind bars? What could someone have done for you?
Okay. My experience, I did like maybe a little over 4 years. And to feel loved, I really, honestly, was from the visits I had from my mom. She rode for me, she was there. She brought my son, and my son was like 1 when I left, so that was a real big thing to me. It helped me get through a lot of times, you know what I mean? Because it's hard in there. You're around a bunch of men every day, all day. A lot of guards who don't like you, don't like their job, so they handle you any kind of way. So you go through a lot, man. There's a bunch of different personalities, a bunch of different people pretending to be something they not. And you just deal with so much. It's like you gotta have that weight taken off your shoulders. My experience felt like forever. I know people doing way more time than me. I got a lot of partners, homeboys doing a lot more time than I did, and I know that shit a toll mentally, man, because it took me a while to get myself right. Like, it's supposed to be like rehabilitate you, but they wait till you're finna leave to try to put you in anything instead of from jump try to rehabilitate you. So it's really like all on yourself. Like, you gotta figure out, okay, like, if you're gonna be better. A lot of people don't want to be better. They'll do the same thing anyway, so they just gonna go through the time and just come home. But me personally, probably my first like 1.5 to 2 years, I was that way. I didn't care. I was just gonna do my time and go home. I didn't care about growth or trying to be a better person or none of that. But after a while, I can't say specifically what it was that made me think like that, but I made a decision to be a better person. So I took it upon myself to rehabilitate myself, because they're not gonna do it. I had to sit down with myself, figure out where I went wrong, what are my flaws, how can I correct them or improve on myself, you know what I mean? So I sat down and wrote stuff down, wrote affirmations for myself. I didn't take cognitive classes until...
And I'll pause you right there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt your free flowing. It's beautiful. I love you. So what made... And I know you say you can't think specifically, but we're going to get there.
Okay.
What something had to come to you to be like these affirmations? Like, a lot of people don't know about that and don't think that stuff works. But when you, from my opinion, feed your mind with positive, you will reflect positive.
Definitely. It all starts in the mind. And I think what made me go towards that path, my dad gave me a book when I was 14. I never read it. And when I was locked up, I saw that book and I read it. And I think it was The Mentor, The Kid, and the CEO. And it was big on like a guy changing his life. And
now let's not go too far over that, King, because we want to share the knowledge.
Yeah.
What was the book called?
The Mentor, The Kid, and the CEO.
The Mentor, the Kid,
and
the CEO, people. That's what got this man to a positive place, a positive mindset. All right, keep going. I'm sorry.
So that I realized like I wasn't doing anything with my life. Like the whole time before prison, I was not doing nothing good, positive. I always been kind-hearted and stuff, but I was living real wrong. You feel what I'm saying? So I just reflected on that, and I didn't want to do the same things. I didn't have money, different, all type of stuff. So I was like, how can I be a better person? I can't keep doing the same things I was doing and expect me to be, you know what I'm saying, something different, something better. So
That's called insanity, people.
Definitely
Doing the
called
same
insanity.
thing over and over, expecting a different result. That's insanity. You will drive yourself crazy.
definitely. So I just made the decision, man. I wanted to be better for me, my son, my mom, my brother. I'm the oldest. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 little brothers. So, and they looked to me, and I wasn't leading right. I wasn't leading right at all. You know what I mean? And so,
So let's dig a little deeper. How did you know, like, what made you feel like something's not right? I'm not leading right. What got you to that place?
honestly, the truth, I was seeing how people was living in the world. Like pictures is a big thing in jail. Pictures is a big thing in jail. So, some guys from Houston, where we at right now, Houston, Texas. Shout out Houston. I'm from Toledo, East Texas.
Me too. Shout out East Texas, Rose City. Rose City.
Yeah. So, I saw how people were living in Houston. Now, albeit everybody wasn't living right, but the amount of money they were having, how they were living, enjoying life. I wasn't enjoying life before prison. You feel me? So I wanted to enjoy life. So seeing how they was living, I was like, I'm doing something wrong. I have to be doing something wrong because these people are my age, younger, some older, but they're living way more prosperous lives than me. Not saying they was all doing right because obviously it was all in jail, but it's just the fact that that amount of money out there, that's what changed my mind. It's like I had to understand and believe I can get $100,000. That's not unattainable goal. People have it like laying around, like it's there. But I didn't think like that before jail. So I think pictures, talking to people how they was living, seeing them how they was moving in the world and different things like that, I was like, yeah, I'm behind, and I didn't want to be behind it.
So I want to stop you there because that's big. A lot of people can't come to that conclusion and figure things out for themselves.
It's
like
hard
that.
to look in the mirror.
It's definitely
hard
hard.
to look in the mirror.
You're speaking to the choir. It's definitely hard to look in the mirror because a lot of things come up, and I don't want to get too deep, but from childhood, from who you have around you, that affects you. That affects your mind. That affects your spirit. So kudos to you for doing that work. Kudos to you.
It's not easy neither because the environment you in, like I said, okay, 50% of the people just living, right? In jail, 50% of the people just going through the motions, just doing it so they can go home. They don't care. Getting high, whatever they're doing, their little routine. Probably like the other 40% is there and love being there. Like they didn't have anything. So in jail they feel like they have power over people. In jail they might $50 can take you a long way in jail. So a person might get somebody to send them $50 and get something, and then now they moving and have emotion. So now they feel like, but you was never that in the world. So it's like 90% of the people there is like bad. It's like no help, no guidance, no nothing. The other 10%, 10 maybe 5%, people who really want to see you do better, who actually like, man, I got 70, 80 years, bro. You need to go home and do right. Like, here, read this book. Here, let's sit down and talk, man. Don't be around them. Come here. Like, it's a handful of people that will do that, but the majority of the people there is not on positivity, not on growth. They're okay with going back into the world how they were. You know what I mean? So it's hard to change yourself, and it's a walk, but I believe in what you put out, you're gonna get back. So as I started being more positive and doing my little affirmations and coming up with who I wanted to be, because I actually sat down and wrote down the personality traits I wanted to have, all type of stuff, because I'm a real like analytical person, so I gotta see everything and actually,
visual learner. He's a visual learner.
Visual learner. So I have to see everything and really pay attention, and every day. It's not, okay, I'm gonna do it today and this week. I have to do it every day, my affirmation. Every day I'm this kind of person. Like I have to do that every day, and by doing that and putting that out, like people started coming around that were like on that too and would help me, you know what I'm saying, sit me down, we talk, have great conversation. Books, got a lot of books. Think and Grow Rich was a great book for me.
Think and Grow Rich, people.
Great book.
Let's put the knowledge out.
So,
I have a question.
okay.
So the closest I've got to prison is watching 60 Days In. But I do know, I have heard that they have programs. They offer those. So did you take advantage of any of those programs?
See, like I said in the beginning, like they have programs and you can sign up, but it's not I'm not saying they should force rehabilitation on you, but it's not like, hey, you're in this class, you have to go to this. They don't do you like that. You have to sign up yourself.
But you know why? Because would you have changed if somebody was drilling a hole in you, telling you change?
No,
You
I
had
would
to
not.
do it for yourself.
I would not. But I would have
Right.
liked access to the knowledge. That's what I'm thinking of it as. I'm not thinking of it as you forcing me. I'm thinking of it as like you're showing me something I don't know. So whether you're like automatically signing me up for the class or not, it's like I feel like it's better. So when you go in, you already have a list of classes based on your crime, and your criminal history. Like these are the classes you have to take while you're here. Like I feel like that would be better because the knowledge that I found, that I like, the journey I went on to get what I got, when I made parole and they put me in those classes, it was the same stuff, like the exact same stuff. The cognitive classes and stuff like that are the same things that I was doing on my own, like affirmations, positivity, like how you carry yourself, your belief in yourself. I was doing that on my own. But if I could have got that from the beginning, not saying,
Would you have been open to it if you would have received it at the beginning?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. But if the whole 4 years they had me in the class, something would have stuck. I believe something would have stuck. I'm not saying that I would have just automatically, oh yeah, this is it, woo, woo, woo. But eventually I would have came across the same problems. Like I didn't like how I was living. So it was another door, another opportunity. You feel what I'm saying?
So based on what you told me, what they offered, when you attended them, right?
Yeah, I took the class.
Were there many others?
Yes.
And when I say others, I mean others.
Yeah.
Because I mean, honestly, that's the majority of what's behind bars, and it's sad to know that
We
it's the
populate
majority
the
of our people. So let's work on trying to change that. In my opinion, what I feel like would change that would, like you said, if you would have got that at the beginning. So mental health is a thing.
Definitely,
It's important.
because I deal with my own struggle.
It's a lot of people who do not take that into consideration. I know some personally who, I don't want to tell my problems to a stranger, but this person can help you change your mindset and change the way that you think. Like, you are going through these things for a reason. You're being insane for a reason. So why not do something different? Why not talk to an individual who has the skill set to help you through whatever you're going through? And a lot of people, our people, run from that because let's pray for it. We gonna pray. I'm not saying that prayer is bad, but prayer should not be the only thing that keep you moving. You gotta get up, and faith without works is dead.
Definitely. I believe our people, especially men, we don't like to talk about our problems because it makes us look weak. You feel me? So, and then that type of not just that type of environment, but the majority of people that's in jail, they were living in an environment like prison in the world anyway. Gang, all that, like just the way we move and the way we live. So it's like, you talk about your problems, you weak. You talk about your problems, you're gonna get picked on. You talk about your problems, people gonna outcast you. So we don't like to, we're not in touch with our emotions per se. You know what I mean?
And I agree with that. Men specifically, which is crazy to me. This is me speaking from a woman's point of view. Because honestly, our children are taught these things. If y'all, I don't know if y'all recall the movie Inside Out.
Yeah.
Inside Out literally teaches you about your emotions. Inside Out. You have all of these emotions. You have anxiety, you have anger, you have happiness, you have sadness. You have all of these emotions that have to work together to create the human being that you are. So, watch a movie. Like, read a book. Like,
I watched it with my daughter. It was a good movie, and a lot of movies do hide good shit in them. A lot of movies hide good shit in them. It's really not hidden. It's just we just watching, so we're not paying attention to really the overall message. Yeah, exactly.
You know what else has a really good message that I love? Soul.
I don't think I've seen Soul.
Soul is a Disney Pixar movie that has a very good message. That it really, like, honestly kind of emulates what people believe that heaven type thing, like once you die,
Yeah.
how it's supposed to be. Because there are people, I know there are different definitions for heaven out there. I do recognize that we have different religions. However, I'm not a religious individual. I'm spiritual, and I feel like God will utilize anything to get His message across if you are open to it and if you know Him.
Yeah.
If you know Him.
Definitely. But me personally, I had to work on a lot of different things, and I had to do it in that type of environment. And it's, like I said, it's difficult. And the guards, okay, let's speak on the guards.
Okay.
The guards, you're gonna find some cool ones. I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna find some cool ones that not say they enjoy their job, but they understand, bro, you in jail, like, I really got your life in my hands, so I'm not gonna take advantage of it. But the majority of the guards, they will definitely take advantage of it. They don't care about you, who you are, being a grown person. I done had laws hang up the phone while I'm on the phone on me, all type of stuff, sprayed, maced, because I'm standing up for what I know is right. And just because you're a guard with this white shirt on and your little whatever bars on your shoulder, like, you feel like you run me. But and they do that a lot, bro. And it's like demasculizing. How you say it?
Demasculating.
Yeah, it's demasculating, man. It make you feel like they try to make you feel like you're a kid, like you're a little boy, like. And a lot of people, not a lot of people, I'm gonna speak on myself. That I don't like that. I'm not like that. I know I'm grown. I'm my own man. If I feel like it's right, it's right. If I ain't did nothing wrong, leave me alone. That's how I be feeling. But they will definitely take advantage. They don't care if you did nothing wrong or not. They'll get on you by anything. I've dealt with situations like, I used to sponge my hair, right? And in TDC, they cut your hair off. You can only grow at a certain length. And you can't really have, people fade their hairs and stuff, but if the guard feeling the type of way that they'll make you cut your hair off for having fade, like just on the sides and the back, things like that. So I used to sponge my hair, had a little taper fade, a little sponge, and the officer was trying to make me cut my hair, but you done see me with the same haircut for 6 months. Like, I don't let it get too long, I'll cut it now. You done see me with the same haircut for 6 months, so I'm like, what's the problem now? She wasn't trying to hear it. She tripping, she handcuffed me, ready to slam me, all type of stuff. But what they don't like is when you have family, bro. When you have family, they will leave you alone, but they won't push past certain limits. You know what I mean? So the lady was ready to slam me, and I told her my mama be here this weekend, so go ahead. I'm just gonna let her know what's going on. My face gonna be messed up, all that. Just go and slam me. She let me go. Took me out of the handcuffs and let me walk back to my dorm. Didn't say nothing else to me.
That's sad that people with authority abuse that power in that way. And that goes back. I'm in HR, people. If you hiring, look me up. I need a job. Anyways, coming from an HR standpoint, if you don't like your job, go home. Go find something different. Don't allow your position to interfere with someone's emotions and these guards have all this power and just abuse it. That doesn't make any sense. These people are already hurt. They're already away from their families. They already can't be out and be free in this world. Why would you push them down even further? Why would you do that?
Me, that away from your family hard, man. Because when I first got locked up, I think my first like 10 months, I was in East Texas. I was on Gurney. So I visit every weekend, see my people. It wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Not that it don't feel like I'm in jail, but I know every weekend I get a relief. You know what I mean? But me being in the state I was at, that mind state and the mind frame, got in a lot of trouble, fights, different stuff like that. They G4'd me. They sent me off. They sent me 9 hours away from home, away from everybody.
So for me, because I'm not a part, I don't know, what does G4 mean?
It's like medium custody, that's what they call it. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it, because once I got to the unit I was on, they instantly gave me my G2 back, so I was regular population.
Okay.
So, but G4 is like,
So I
can't
do
remember
know a little bit
specific
about
hours.
Gen Pop
Yeah.
from 60 Days In.
I was they G4 me, but it's like you get a certain amount of hours to come out. You still get to walk the child, but you only walk with people in G4.
Okay.
And a certain amount of hours to come out a day. They restrict you, like a certain amount of money you can spend on commissary, just different stuff like that. But I've been G4 and I've been G5. And G5 is 23 and 1. But I was on veto and they was not giving us our 1, which is the hour we're supposed to come out. Like come out, use the phone, go outside, maybe the rec, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but G5 days, you in the cell all day, every day with your cellie. Y'all not going nowhere. The only way you're going to the shower, and they gonna handcuff you before you get out the cell, walk you to the shower, lock the shower, unhandcuff you, let you take a shower, and then do the same process to take you back. So, we was going through that, and it was COVID when I was there, so it was horrible. They weren't bringing us water back there because they supposed to push coolers of water and through every cell. And it's probably like 50-something cells on each tier, 3 tiers, 2 people in each cell, you know what I'm saying? So that's like over 300 people. And they weren't bringing us water, they weren't bringing us our meal back there. When COVID was going on, they weren't doing nothing. They was bringing us Johnny Sack, so we was eating like...
Explain what a Johnny Sack is.
Johnny Sack is like a brown bag, sandwiches. That's all you're gonna get. Breakfast, you're gonna get like a boiled egg and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in between pancakes though. Like, this is breakfast. And a boiled egg and maybe a milk. And then lunch is gonna be like a bologna sandwich, maybe 2 bologna sandwiches. Sometimes they'll put a burrito in there. It just depends on the day. I done got chicken patties.
So ain't no mimosas in jail, people.
No.
Don't go there.
No. If you don't got no commissary, you're gonna be hungry.
Ain't no omelets, ain't no bacon. Y'all,
it's not a good
don't go
experience, bro. It's not at all. A lot of people think jail be cool and stuff. That shit not cool. It's not. You away from your family. You're not gonna eat right. My dad made a what do you call it? Like an observation type shit. He was like, for me personally, my experience. He said it was like college for me, cause I didn't go to college. You know what I mean? I went for a semester, not even a semester, like a couple months, and dropped out. But it was like college for me because I got to sit down and like learn, you know what I'm saying? But learn about life, not school stuff, about life, you know what I mean? So I could better my life and better the lives of the people around me. So it was, for me, it was like college, but it's like you're on the street all day, every day, but with police there too, all day, every day. So fights, yeah, it's gonna happen. People taking shit from people, it's gonna happen. People getting treated like hoes, it's gonna happen. Like, this is what's going on. Like, you really can't show no weakness, bruh. Or they gotta already respect you. One of the two. And if they don't...
Oh, that's a good one. So how would you gain respect in prison?
Me, I've been a lot of different places, a lot of different schools. I think I went to like 4 or 5 high schools. So I know how to be around people. So me personally, it's just the way I carry myself. I don't take shit. If I'm right, I'm right. Like, and I'ma stand on it. I don't care if it's you and 100 people. Like, that's just how I am. And it's just the way you carry yourself, the way you move, the way you do business with other people. Like, people respect it. They don't care how big you are, how smart you are, what you are, Mexican, white, black. You good personality, bro. You do good business. And they see you gonna stand up for yourself, people will respect you. They respect you. Old people, young people, they'll respect you.
I want to circle back because we did kind of trip over the guards. So our fans are going to be called guards. And that could go into a lot of different ways. Don't be like the guards that he just described. Be different. Be something that could change someone's life. Be kind. That's all it takes is kindness. Put love out in the atmosphere.
You never know what someone's going through. People lose people every day. In jail, people lose people every day. Like, family members die, wives leave, children die. I've seen a lot of stuff. People go through a lot, man. So you never know what a person is going through that day. So to poke or pry somebody, or you know what I mean, it's just, it's unnecessary, it's uncalled for. That's real life though. That's out here too. Like, you never know what someone's going through, and that might be the day that person explode on you. Because I've seen people whoop laws too now because they messing with him, and he just went through some. His wife had a car wreck, and she about to lose her house, and he can't do nothing because he's stuck here. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just the way people approach life and approach other human beings is not right a lot of times. It's not right.
Well, you guys, we are coming down to an end. We will be back with another episode. I do want to, I'm not sure if you can hear the music. We're a work in progress, people. God says start somewhere, so that's what we're doing. But he will be introducing his music. Please look out for Foreign and his music. He will be pushing it out, and we will as well. You will hear it on this podcast or on our channel. We do have an email, which is prisontalk.unhinged@gmail.com. So if you have any stories that you would like to share with us and you want to see on the camera, you want to try to get in contact with us, please contact us at prisontalk.unhinged@gmail.com, and we will respond to you. It has been a blessing to be a part of this dream and this journey. Y'all, I'm gonna cry. His mom is something special to me. She don't know, but she healed me. I'm sorry, y'all. She healed me every time we have an interaction, so to be a part of her dream is beautiful. And I know that people's attention spans are cut short, so that's why I'm cutting it off at 30 minutes, because I see her looking at me. So we will be back another day with a different person, and I want to thank you for your story and your knowledge, and to be bold enough to tell your story. That's amazing. So you guys stay in tune for what we have next.